What's up, y'all? It's Miranda coming at you from the beautiful island of Saint Lucia. Today we are on Pigeon Island Beach and I'm gonna be taking you through a quick 10-minute booty workout. For this workout, all you're gonna need is a resistance band similar to this, but if you don't have one, it's no stress. You can still do every exercise without the band. The band just adds a little bit of extra push, a little bit of extra strength in order to build that booty quicker. Now, every exercise in this workout is 30 seconds long, so really try to push through the entire 30 seconds. If towards the end of the workout you're starting to get a little tired, just slow down your pace. It's all good. We do have a few 10-second breaks sprinkled in there, so take advantage of those breaks, grab a drink of water, wipe your sweat, and we get right back to it. All right, we're gonna start out with this band right above our knees, so let's go ahead and put it on, get started, and burn those booties. All right, y'all, our first exercise is gonna be a squat walk to a jump. You're gonna start in your squat, take 2 steps to the side, and from there take a big jump straight up and land right back down in your squat to repeat to the other side. Make sure your toes are pointed forward and you're pressing out on that band with your knees to make sure they are staying right over your toes. Keep that core tight and your back straight. We don't want any arch in that lower back. Next, we are moving into a straight leg walk with a narrow squat, still keeping those toes pointed straight forward. Take 2 steps to the side with 0 bend in those knees, and then take a narrow squat, almost like you're gonna sit in a chair behind you. Try to step out as wide as you can control so you really feel the resistance from that band against your leg. Remember to still keep that core tight and keep breathing. Moving on to our single leg abduction, we're gonna be standing on one leg and the other one behind you so that your knees are together and your foot is behind you at a 90-degree angle. Keeping that foot flexed, extend your leg out as far as you can control against that band and come back in with control. Switch sides and remember to still keep that core engaged and that foot flexed at all times. Standing on one leg not only makes it more difficult because we have to balance, but it also teaches all those tiny muscles to fire to help keep us stable. However, if you're falling all over the place, feel free to hang on to something and work your way up to this as your balance progresses. All right, y'all, quick 10-second break right here to work our way down to the floor. Situate yourself so you have your back and feet flat on the ground, hip width apart, with those knees bent and that core tight. From here, we're gonna lift those hips up for our glute bridge, and while keeping those feet flat, press the knees out against your band and return to the center to lift those heels for a calf raise before dropping back to the ground. Don't let your knees touch when you are finished with the abduction, and if you need a bit more of a burn, walk those feet closer to your booty. Taking another quick 10-second break right now to flip over onto your hands and knees, drink water, and dance it out if you need to. Place your hands right over your shoulders and make sure your knees are right under those hips. Keep your belly in to prevent your back from arching. While keeping that foot flexed and the knee bent at a 90-degree angle, we're gonna lift that heel straight up to the sky for our glute kickbacks and bring it back down to lift to the side for our fire hydrants. Remember to keep that foot flexed as hard as you can to activate that booty even more. Switch legs. Really try to keep the leg that is on the ground stable and not let that hip fall to the side during the fire hydrant. Even though we're working one leg at a time, you should still feel a burn in that supporting leg. Ten-second break, breathe and adjust the band if needed. Sometimes they like to roll up on you. When you're ready, get on your knees with those toes still on the floor but tucked under behind you. Moving now into prisoner squats. These are not fun at all, but they burn good. Be sure to step up 1 foot at a time into your deepest squat, and from there straighten those knees and squeeze your glutes at the top. Squat back down and set each knee down 1 at a time. Either alternate which foot you're stepping up with first, or do about 5 reps per side and then switch your step up foot. Super important to keep those knees right over those toes and keep a steady pace. This is gonna be our last exercise on the floor. We are doing planks to a squat. Just like it sounds, you wanna start in that plank and then jump up those feet into your squat, and then put those hands back down and jump those feet right back into your plank. Be sure to pick up that chest in each squat and drop those hips in every plank. Take a moment in each position to ensure that your core is squeezed and your body is locked into the proper form. Now we have our last exercise before we say goodbye to this band. We are doing circle leg squats. Again, we're working on one leg. We're gonna lift one knee up, circle it from the front to the side, and drop it down into a turned out squat. After we hit that deep squat, we just wanna reverse the movement by bringing that leg back around from the side to the front, keeping that knee lifted up high the whole way. Other side. Once you feel comfortable with this exercise, try to put that standing leg on some type of unstable surface, like a pillow, a balance board, or even some sand, and see the difference it makes. Balancing really helps work our core without even having to think about it, especially when we challenge what we're standing on. We are done with the bands. Get rid of those bands. Whoop, oop, that was a fail. Better than I did, and let's push through to finish the rest of this workout. Time to pick up that heart rate a bit with some jump squats. Keep in mind everything we've done so far. Our toes pointed forward, our knees over those toes, core engaged, back flat, and try not to stop for this entire 30 seconds. Y'all got this. Take some deep breaths here during this break. Calm that heart rate right back down. Next, we're gonna be doing as many squats as we can in the next 30 seconds. Keep your proper form and don't stop. Even if you need to slow down the tempo a bit towards the end, that's okay. I want you to push yourself and count how many squats you can do in this 30 seconds and put that below in the comments of this video. Come back a few weeks later and see if you can beat that number. We're gonna do these speed squats one more time, except for now we're gonna be turning out our legs into a wide stance. These wide squats target our glutes a little more than regular squats, but be sure you're still keeping those knees over the toes and squeezing the booties at the top. We are almost done, y'all. Keep pushing through. Next up, we're gonna be doing some hover lunges. You wanna have one leg lifted slightly off the ground behind you, and then bend your front leg into a squat while hinging those hips backwards to get that back foot to hover right above the ground. Watch your balance. If you need to touch that foot down to the ground to regain control, feel free to do so. We just want to try to keep that leg up the entire time. You guessed it, time to switch sides. It's important to make sure our hips and shoulders stay in a straight line. As that hip hinges back, our shoulders need to come forward slightly, but still think about keeping those shoulders back. We don't want to be slouching. All of these things that we're thinking about also helps us not think about how much our booties are burning. We've got one more quick 10-second rest right here. We're moving into our last single leg exercise, which is going to be our deadlifts. Standing on a straight leg, hinge those hips forward with a flat back and reach the opposite arm as the standing leg forward towards the ground. When you come back up, drive that knee forward as high as you can. To avoid hyperextension of the knee, you can put a slight bend in the supporting leg, but not too much. Try to avoid touching that working leg to the ground, but again, if you lose your balance like me, by all means, touch the ground to regain that balance. It's all good. Other side. Now you want to be reaching down as far as you can. If your flexibility level does not allow you to get all the way down, no stress. You will get there. Just remember to keep that core tight and focus on flexing that foot to keep the booty engaged as we work on that flexibility. We are moving into our final exercise, pulse squats. Go down as deep as you can into that turned out squat and do little pulses up and down, but never fully straightening your legs. Keep that chest lifted the whole time. We are almost done, you guys. Keep pushing. And we are done in 3, 2, and 1. Very nice work, everyone. We're gonna do a quick stretch out right here to cool down. Take one ankle and put it on your knee, squat down and push down on that leg, sitting nice and deep into that hip. Come out of it and grab that ankle behind you for a nice deep quad stretch. Remember during all these stretches to take deep breaths. We wanna get oxygen into those muscles. Repeat everything on the other side, starting with that figure 4. And then moving into that quad stretch again. If you need to hold any of these stretches longer, feel free, you earned it. We're gonna finish it out with a quick forward fold just to stretch out those hamstrings. And nice job, everyone. Amazing work today, everyone. If you enjoyed this workout, don't forget to like and subscribe to my page. Also follow my Instagram for some tips and tricks that I will be posting. If you want to repeat this workout, feel free to do it again. And don't forget to drink water today, stay hydrated, and always eat right. Great work, y'all.